I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today's August 28, Monday, 2023. And we had this bullish candle, and coming up to the top here, probably aiming for that daily imbalance that's not sealed yet. And we got that liquidity there, and we engineered some today as well. Price opened up and stayed bullish, and if you had your fib right, you could have followed price today. When Sunday opened up, gapped up, and then came down. Didn't seal it all the way, but did retrace, and then good signs of a bullish week or bullish near-term movement. And plus, on the weekly here, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on Friday, but watch the last video so it makes sense. But we got a weekly inefficiency of price right there, and then we're looking for the historical data to kind of pan out as the double bottom, and then we're looking for price to rush. We only have 3 more trading days in this month, and it shows that we're supposed to come up here to a resistance area and retrace all by this month. So that was kind of driving the buys today, and we've kind of already accomplished what we needed to do down here, coming into a nice demand area right there on the daily, if you can see that. All right, so price opens up right there, gaps, and then plays around and stays holding higher lows. Can't miss that, right? And then if you had your fib in the right place, this would have worked out for you well as well. So here's the thing. The fib originally, so we look at this retracement from here. We shifted here, right? On the 1 hour, you can see it. We shifted there, and then we closed for the day. We opened up. But if I use a fib from here to here, it's balanced. 50% fair delivery. From here to here to here, fair. From here to here to here, fair. From here to here is fair. It's 50. All right, so this is how it's guiding the day. I'll just show you that right there. All right, coming to the 50 there. This is fair delivery. So this is a higher low. That's a higher high, right? And then if this is your higher low, you want to make a higher high. Well, where does that happen? Well, we're looking for that to happen here when we start trading at 9:30. So if you caught this already, great, but you know, in London time. But the goal up here is, if we're buying and we're going to continuously make higher lows, we're looking to get up in this area. So price reaches up here, 9:30 pops right from their blocks, doesn't retrace a little bit lower, which it could have if we look on the 15-minute right here. At 9:30, which is here, could have retraced a little bit lower into there and then went up. But it already had structure here with this higher high and this higher low. And if blocks are going to hold, it will hold. And I'll show you in a second. Then price shoots all the way up, gets into those gaps right there. Watch how the previous week gaps are playing a big part, and nice the price delivery referencing these areas. And then once we're shooting up here, I take the trade up to this level here, which is going to be this. I don't have it extended out, but I'll do it now. That I'll just do that because this is the current daily imbalance. We are here. Actually, let me delete this while you're here. I wasn't even paying attention to this. All right, and then so when we take this buy here, this is a minimum target for me. It does tap it right there, and I said, nah, I'm good. Take the profit. Yes, am I looking for higher prices? Yes, but it might not happen today. I need to make sure I guarantee profit. Once we get up here, and if you look here, this level here, when we get up here live, we're underneath. We're still underneath that open and that wick, and we're inside here. All right. So when this is, I got to go to 1 minute so you can see it now, and it was actually caught all on lower time frames. It was a 10-second, but let me just show you the 10-second then. Real smooth day, real good day. Here, if you see this, So remember that fib I was telling you about, if that was the higher low right there, that fib to make a higher high. So I'm taking this fib and I'm dragging it. So before it was here, I'm over here like, okay, is that it? Could we retrace to a 50? Yeah, but didn't seem like it. You're gonna get some more volatility than this. So let me show you the buy. This is the logic. We're trying to make a higher high, but it's probably gonna stretch more. Price right here, 926 in 20 seconds. This 927 dips down right here. All right, comes above, retraces back, right back into that. Actually, this was a 30-second. Sorry. Where are we at? Right here. All right, you see that? All right, we got these 3 down candles, bullish candle. We have another bearish candle right there. Price goes above, breaks that. So we're still, all these higher lows they're holding. See that? This is a typical 930 buy. We're looking for a buy, a sell, and a buy is what I'm looking for today. If it's a bullish day, I want it to be a buy, sell, and a buy. Why is it a buy? Because I'm making that higher high from this area and this range. Remember? All right. So then when I make the higher high, I want to take a sell. I want to make a higher low, and then from there I want to take a buy, and I want to have it come and break above that high, which would then end up taking out that high as well from the news of Thursday. I'm sorry. So that being the case, price comes up here. Take the profit there once it hits that daily imbalance. That's the low of the daily imbalance up there. Not low. I'm sorry. Yeah, low. Yeah. This. Oh, I moved the wrong one. This needs to be dragged here. Hold on a second. All right, so this is the area we're trying to get into. You see that? So price hits that exactly, get out of the trade. Okay, so price retraces. I don't actually do nothing yet. I'm waiting for 3 drives type of idea. Price then comes above right here. It's better on a 1 minute probably, but you can see it clear on a 1 minute. See that? 1 drive, 2 drives, 3. As soon as I get that, that's an immediate sell. But I did take it on the second drive because I just was antsy and impatient, I guess. But I play the game. It's no problem. I'm not worried about taking that loss. You have to understand that. Once this becomes like boring and you're doing the same thing all the time, even if you took a loss, it's no big deal. That's how you know you're getting to a level of winning, because it's just boring. You kind of know where price is going. And if you didn't know and you watch it go somewhere, it's going to probably reverse from that area, right? So anyways, we get that top candle right there, wicks down. Then we get this bearish candle right there. See that bearish candle? Boom. And then if you want to see it closely, because you're probably like, that's crazy. How did you catch that, right? So this is the pattern I look for. But this candle right here, this candle breaks below that and closes. All right. Boom. As soon as it taps above this low of this bullish candle, I'm in. And my stop loss is here, preferably right here. I can manage it down to here. If it goes any higher than there, don't want to be in it. That's definitely where it would be. Sometimes I could put it right here and be that confident that if I don't want it to pass 50% of this candle. So that's game for you. You'll notice. But as long as you're following the idea of this, that you're going to take a reversal sell. You already made a higher high. You want to make a higher low. Boom. Oh, okay. Get in the trade. Already in there. Boom. And where are we going with this? Okay. So remember, while that's a higher high and I'm expecting that, this gets dragged out. So if I'm taking this sell, let me go to I'll go to 1 minute. And let me just shrink it up a little bit. So remember, we have this fib here. So I take the sell and I take the profit right here. Look where it went. Look where it went and it consolidated. Right where I bought. I mention it all the time. Price will go right to where the entry was in the AM or the previous move, right? So look, comes and shakes them out. Now, could this be a buy? Sure. But there's the 50 level right there. So once I take this, I decide to make, in making better decisions, you'll start to see that when you make better decisions, your trading just becomes much easier. But for here, I'm not thirsty to buy this, okay? Because number one is that the 50s right here, and it hasn't been fair delivery, right? Number two, there's a lot of liquidity with these three higher lows right there. You see that? I mean, pretty obvious. So price retraces back. So this gets here, bounces up. You still got lower low, lower high structure, right? And I want to take a buy on a 3 drives scenario, meaning this is drive 1, drive 2, drive 3, because by then the algorithm has wiped people out, and in the process they've came and take out that liquidity. Look to the right here. See how we tap it right there? To the right, look to the right, and then boom, take it out. Okay, cool. So once that's the case and it hit the 50, I'm confident in a buy, and I want to go above here. Now here's the thing: it could have retraced lower, but it did in this fashion. So why do I expect that the 50 might not be a good idea? But I was thinking about the 61, because if you take a look on the 15-minute, you do have both of these imbalances right here on the 15-minute, and you have a nice little support area right here. I mean, you had a high here, you had a little higher high there, 2 price actions right there as being a ceiling, and then coming back, classic support resistance, plus watch this. Plus we have that gap right there. See that little gap sitting right there? You can't see it on my 1 minute for some reason. On the lower time frame it doesn't show. It sucks, but I have all these other screens. But this gap, can you see it? No, you can't see it from there. It's gonna be hard for me to go tell you where this gap is. It's right there. Let me see. You see it? The little faint line right there? There it is right there. This is on the gap of Sunday, April 30th. Right there. That's that. You see this little gap right here that's resting right, right on top of these 2 higher highs right here. Sitting right there. So me in the day knowing to sell this, that's a possibility that we retrace lower, right? The 61 would be pretty nice in a perfect world to buy from, but just in case it doesn't, I still take the trade. Why? I have the elements that I need here plus here, so I take this shot. Perfect trade as well. Nice pattern. You get these last 2 down blocks right here. The price comes right back and tests the open of that little candle, because we get this little push up, retrace, and then it pushes up again, and then it buys from in this inversion imbalance right there. My goal when I'm taking this buy is to take out this liquidity and obviously all of this liquidity. But when the price came up here, and this is happening live, I also have it on the 15-minute. You can see, look at the top of this gap. So there's 2 gaps right here on the 15-minute, but then there's this bottom one. Look at the top of this 15-minute gap. Like when the price is live, coming right there and smacks right to the top, literally, and then starts to come down. That to me is going to be take your profit, right? I was hoping that it would retrace and then kind of keep going, but I end up getting out right here. So price does, because I was trying to hold this and get above here for a nice move, even though this was great profit. In a normal world I would have took this, but I was really set on watching them, make this a really big bullish day so we can get up here faster for the historical data situation, right? So that's why I'm taking 3 buys in a row, even if it's coming down. So, but I'm okay with that. So anyways, nice comes right up to here, wipes most of that liquidity, stays in this last up candle right here. So that's typical. If it's going to do that, right? And damn near right at the open is the same level as here, and I have that 15-minute, and I'm in this candle on the 15-minute. So right away, this trade looks like it's not going to work out, and we're going to retrace lower to come into here that I'm mentioning on the 15-minute as this support level, which is at a 61 for the fib, right? So nicer retracement. So I don't take this sell. I'm still trying to catch a buy. I let this thing come down. Again, comes right to a nice area that we were looking at, and then look for a buy there. This here, we get 4 drives here. If you look on the 15-minute, you can see it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here on the 1 minute, it looks like this. That's 1, probably 2, 3, 4. So I do try to catch this trade here. All right, so after these 3 drives have happened, I do try to catch this. This fails, which is no big deal. Comes down with a nice size, healthy bearish candle, and this needs to be shown on a. I don't know if you can. It was a 10-second when I seen it, but I don't know if the 30 showed it. But take a look here, and again, I watched. Leave the 5-minute in one of your screens, so because keep it on your phone on the 5-minute, because the 5-minute is good to show strength and to show what the best size of the actual candlesticks are, and you can trust it more because the lower time frame it'll just block out all the lower time frames sub 5-minute, right? Sub 1 minute especially. So here, anyways, this is a 10-second here. Now we get this. If you're looking at the 5-minute at the same time, looks really good. And then you get this little pattern that we'd love to see, and price goes bullish, retraces back in, automatic buy-in. And where are we taking this to? Obviously, we're trying to take this above here, and you have to hold this. This is kind of like I think this is the same video I made Friday, very similar. You have to hold this because you have a lot of potential on the top side. Even if I switch this to a 5-minute, I could have went to a 1 minute really, but if you look at this and you're taking this buy with the logic of where you are, look how it taps. Oh, you can see on the 5-minute. See how it taps literally that gap. So I mean, that's a no-brainer for you to take that shot there, right? And then once you have all this imbalance here, you're like, okay, well, the price is bouncing around here. You see these. Look at the 5-minute. That's why I say watch the 5-minute. Look at the higher lows respecting beautifully. Bodies are kind of obviously going up. You know that you're going to be holding this to wipe out people who are selling, and we're trying to be bullish. So what does the price do? Comes right back. While I'm doing this live and I'm watching this, this is the last, this is 5 minutes before 3:50 p.m. Sure enough, this all happens in this one candle, which was beautiful. I knew it was coming. And then where do you take this to? Comes right above here. Now while it was holding here, and I'm like, man, it's going to go up more. I'm like, no, take this shit out. Came and took out liquidity there. Sure enough, I was spot on. And it reversed right away, and I would have been stuck with closing profit here or something. But took the trade, beautiful. Don't need to be right, don't need it to come up here. So sure enough, as you see, it retraced from once it hit there, came back, and then this has been holding. You see that? You just got to hold it. You got to be strong enough to hold these swings, and it's not like I'm not going to take profit. I'm not going to just say, oh, I'm going to hold it until it breaks above there, forget it. No, you have to be able to make decisions on the fly and be responsible and make responsible decisions as far as paying yourself and not being greedy, and that's pretty much it, man. You'll start to see. And then obviously we had some help with some of those oversold areas on the 15-minute. 15-minute is generally clean for that. And then and then also dollar was consolidating, so literally going sideways, but more on the downside. So because the open is here for the dollar, and we kind of kept holding, but it wasn't that serious. And then also on the 4-hour, another reason why to retrace that sell here, to make that higher low, is if you notice, this was an imbalance on the 4-hour, and then this price came down to close it, and you're waiting for price to kind of bounce back from this down 4-hour candle. See that? You're expecting it to come down here anyway. Sure enough, the 61 is right there, and comes a little bit below it, but didn't need to hit the open of this candle, but somewhere inside is fine, and you have your other confluence on the lower time frame. But that was what also made the day pretty easy. And then now we have these highs here. So you're asking me what's going to happen tomorrow. There's a couple options here. We have news this week too, so I'm expecting that they're going to fake the market by pushing it up with the volatility and the bullshit news to get up here. So Should I hold that bias still? Yeah, I mean, look at the 4 hour on the oversold or bought areas. We're at the 50 here, so we've accomplished what we need to. We do have a gap right there. So sometimes when you switch directions, they can fake so they could have two options. Either the price is gonna come down to here. Let me delete this, because here's the thing. This fib is also possible because of this scenario. This could be a range right here, right? And we could retrace even deeper to get now below this 50, right? With that gap, and using this range from here to here. This whole time when the day was sitting here like this and I was managing it from this range, when I told you that it didn't have, remember, it was inefficient in delivery until this swing here. Well, I also had the logic that it could be this could be this scenario that we're in, where when I sold this, we're not coming up yet. We're going to probably do this and come down more in here. So that scenario didn't happen, right? And yeah, that would have sucked if I kept buying and it didn't pan out. But look, it did pan out. And I was following that logic. Especially this was helpful too with this gap. But so now that we have that range, it is possible that we come here. So let me just show you the two possibilities. As far as coming like lower here, I don't see that happening. So not now, but I mean, is it possible? Sure. But here is an option for me, because before they come up here, they want to wipe out some of the people who are buying, right? So because there is liquidity sitting there, as you know, the one that caught here, and then all that right there, right? And then even possibly right there, that low, because that was a nice retracement, but that's pretty deep. But in general, they can bring it down before they go up, wipe out, and then make people think it's selling, and then shoot it up. Or we're gonna, that's option one, or we're gonna probably do this, and this fib, if this fib isn't the range and we don't need to come to the 50, let me put this back. All right, and we didn't get a higher high yet. I mean, we had that higher high, but if this holds at this 61, then we're going to try to come up and make a new higher high, which now you're following me here, which will now end up here, possibly back at the 50 to take out that liquidity right there, right? So this is maybe in the cards too, where if that was the retracement, we get the new high, this is the higher low, we get the new higher high. Let's just say it stops right here. Let's just say it does. Okay. Let's just say the price comes up here or something, and then we retrace back to a 50 level here, and down into this down block right there. See that? And we just like buy from there or something. All right. So these are the two options for going up. As far as going down goes, I don't really think it will, but if it did, we would need to expect that thing to come down like now. Open up, come down, London and Asia and London, bring that shit all the way down here. Maybe we buy again from here, or here, but I don't see that happen. So, all right, hope this helps you guys. Take care and God bless.